You gonna start?
You want to leave it running?
Okay. We put a vinyl conditioner on all the vinyl too, so
Oh, okay.
that's why it's got a little gloss to it.
Oh my God.
Hey, this thing was like, he was saying about selling it. That's how bad it was.
Wow, that's funny because he never said that to me.
So preferably if you guys start over here so the light's not shining in the eyeballs, or if it's not in your eyes. You guys are fine. Enjoy your time.
What do you think?
I think it's gorgeous. I think I'll keep it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't sure on the day I brought it in.
Yeah.
I don't think you were sure on the day I brought it in.
It was rough, huh?
Yeah, it was.
There's still a couple little quiggly cues on there, but
Yeah, they need to keep those.
yeah.
Yeah. Don't want it to be a trailer queen.
Right?
No, that black is, when black is good, it's good. When black is not good, then
Yeah.
Will you
gotta
go over
sell
the
'em.
process that it took?
Man, that's just pretty, Cameron.
It was
It's gorgeous.
in the trunk. It's not so brown.
People cannot get over that trunk. How big it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could put 5 bodies in there, maybe 6. Smuggle them into the drive-thru movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a long car. Yeah, I had a 64 Fairlane also. And love that car too, but it was small. And it was a small block. I've always been a big block guy.
Yeah.
So, wow, that really, really.
Oh, yeah,
Look
I
at
forgot
that.
about I told you. I
It really
wouldn't forget
shows the
that,
stripe on
yeah.
the side now.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
I was from polishing the trunk. Or I mean the bumper.
Yep, did not think it was going to come out.
Worth the wait, huh?
Yeah, like when I got it home and I couldn't even see my chrome, and I rubbed on the chrome and it's like, oh, it's still there, and then a second later it would just fade back over, and I thought, man, what did they do to this car?
They just needed abrasives on it.
I know his body lines are a lot better on his than mine on my Oldsmobile.
Yeah. Yours on that door, it had something, remember? And I was like, what the hell?
Yep.
It was a body shop thing too. Yeah, I didn't touch those up because I was like, dude, this does not match.
Yeah,
You
those
know?
those are trophy chips.
Yeah. I would just get it paint matched, you know, and then do it.
No, I'm not gonna do this.
All that metal too, we polished all that. It looks a lot better.
I'm amazed. It was so scratched. This was so scratched.
It was heartbroken.
Gosh, it was bad.
I was like, damn, what happened to it? I remember when he brought it by here one day, I was like, yeah, there's some swirls and stuff, but this time I was like,
Holy moly.
yeah.
What I get myself into.
Yeah. And the more I messed with it, the more I was like, dude, this is going to be a while. I got to do some other jobs on the side, you know?
Yeah.
I got a house payment.
Yeah. But like the trunk was like a brown. But I was like, dude, like the more I polish this, the more it's starting to blend black. So I just sanded it.
Wow.
And it turned it pretty much black again. Yeah. When you say it was like pretty brown.
Yeah, I mean,
to
you could
it,
just
like a
see it
gold.
in the sun. I don't know if that
Really?
paint that he used on the roof, you know, was a good match.
Wow.
I told him it was Raven Black, not
Yeah,
that
and
he
the
used it.
the roof was good, but the trunk, like maybe he sprayed something and it like had some residue in it or something. I mean, I don't know. Or the clear coat, in order to get the Raven Black real dark, might be tinted, and he didn't remove enough clear coat. I don't know what was going on.
I wondered if he painted it, and then there was another vehicle in that building,
And got some.
and they just had to do a little touch up on it. And they just never moved mine out of the way, and then oversprayed
Yeah.
mine with the other car.
Yeah, it looks good though.
Yeah, it does.
There's still some compound here and there, but I think that's going to be like a process because
Yeah. I've been known to get a Q-tip out now and then.
Did you do any glass coating or anything on this?
yeah, we polished the wheels a little bit.
Yeah, they're shinier.
We polished all the trim all the way around, all of it. Bumpers,
Wow.
mirrors.
That's when they had a lot of chrome on them. Back
Yeah.
in the day.
They had cool body lines and stuff, you know.
Yeah, that is a big
Think
ass
you did
trunk.
good, buddy. Thank you. Looks really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When's the next car show?
That's what I told him. I'm gonna have to make you a sign too. We started making signs for people whose cars we've coated, and like what we're going to start doing for them is like bring it in at the beginning of the season or before big shows. We'll give you a quick detail, get it ready, and then you put the sign out. We'll provide them with like stuff to wipe them with, you know, and all that.
Well, you know, to be frank with you, and I don't know about Tom, but you see this decal?
Yeah.
If you had a decal that said ceramic by OCDetailing,
Put it on there.
Oh.
I'd put it on my car.
That'd be cool too. I'll tell Trisha.
Yeah, like a little.
Like a rocker, like a motorcycle jacket almost, right?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that'd be wicked.
Yeah, this one turned out.
Way good.
This is fabulous.
I was like, man, I am taking forever with this, but then at the same time, I was like, well, hell, what is he gonna do with it? There ain't nothing.
Well, you've
going
only done
on.
what, 2 of his, 3 of his now?
Yeah.
4?
And I was
Yep.
like, and I was
Ron is Mustang done too?
Yep.
No?
Yep.
Oh, you have to bring it in now and get the spoiler done.
Yeah, I just put a spoiler on it this weekend.
like, nice.
Well, and even the spoiler on the Shelby Mustang too. You know, remember I added that on there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, I was like, originally I was in a hurry for that car show, and then it got rained out, and then I was
Yeah.
like, and then he was going out of town, and I was like, okay, cool.
That's right. We went to
This
Detroit.
needs a lot of work anyway, so
Yeah.
I'd rather get it good, you know.
No, I really.
Well, that must have been the Lowe's one you're talking about.
What was
The
that
blue
one?
one, blue show? No.
Myers.
It was a
Oh,
Toys-
yeah,
Toys
the
for
toy
Tots.
run.
Yeah.
That was kind of the last one of the season.
Yeah.
Man, it looks great.
Yeah, we polished, we clay barred the crap out of it. Some of the paint even sanded it, polished it. Like 4 different, like a heavy cut with a wool pad, then a heavy cut with a blue pad and a abrasive, and then like a polish with an orange pad, and then like a polish with a black pad, and just like slowly worked it down and down and down.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it gets so black, because of how it's refracting light.
Yeah.
You can still see some here and there on the real hard edges swirls, but man, I bet you that shit was so bad in those areas. You know?
Yeah, I think the trim metals have never looked as good.
Yeah, I polished all that with a machine too. I didn't coat the trim because it can fog from coatings.
Yeah.
But the polish I use has like a sealant on it.
Okay.
So they'll bead the crap out of water for a while still.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of protect
It's just
them.
hard. You don't see a lot of the old ones that the trim's just not beat up. You know, dinged up, beat up.
Yeah.
This one really.
I only noticed one little ding on one spot on the trim all the way around, I think, which is phenomenal for
Yeah.
the age.
Yeah. I mean, this one really gets me how they just kind of bent that to fit the contour of the door.
Yeah, and they
Even-
still line up really
And they
well
do,
for the edge
yeah.
right there. Like my truck, my old truck, the doors needs readjusted from slamming it so many years, you know?
Uh-huh.
It's crazy.
So Cameron said that you had kind of a cool story about this car.
Yeah. So this is the 64 Galaxie was my high school car, and I had just the XL, so it was kind of a pretty basic unit. But when I found this one in Pennsylvania, was a big year, 2023. So I grew up in Detroit, big block Ford neighborhood, and I cruised with my older brother all the places in Detroit. Well, in 2023, I had this delivered to Detroit, and my little brother, when I left for the service, never had a car. So this was the first year that the three of us, it was 3 brothers, 3 cars. And I had this Galaxie there. My little brother has a 69 Mach 1, and my older brother has a 57 Ford Ranch wagon that's customed out. And we cruised Woodward and Telegraph and all the great places. We went to all the car shows. We did everything. Ford headquarters, we were everywhere. And so that was 23 was an amazing year. And then to have the 64 Galaxie back,
That's
high school
pretty
car.
cool.
That was amazing. So, and then we got this big print done of the 3 brothers, 3 cars, and knowing that we won't ever be able to do it again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it was
once
pretty
in a
special.
lifetime. That's really cool.
Thing. And then I had it, we trailered it back down here, and so the day that they delivered it from Carlisle, Pennsylvania, he scratched the roof. And then when I was loading it on the trailer, I had my brother and brother-in-law guiding me on the trailer. This thing barely fit on a U-Haul trailer. And my brother said, you need to move over just a little bit. And so I'm backing up a little bit, and I just see him kind of cringe and look like this. And there was a piece of metal torn off the fender on that U-Haul trailer, and that's what put that hairline scratch in the door on the day that we trailered it to come back here. So I immediately, said, Cameron, when I get this work done, got to get the roof done, and then that scratch done, then we'll have it cleaned up and polished up like the rest of them. So Cameron's done like 2 Shelbys for me, Rhonda's California Special Mustang, and then this one. So we've had 4 cars done here, and every one of them are just amazing.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it's done a great job on all of them. So yeah, but this one here holds a special spot. I bought my 64 Galaxie for like $125. It was in my friend's backyard. He had just bought a Boss 429 Torino, brand new. And this was sitting in his backyard. So I bought it, didn't have a battery, put a battery in it, and I was working at a Texaco gas station at the time. And the first week driving it, I blew the engine. So we rebuilt the engine in the driveway. One of my buddies said, I'll rebuild the engine with you if your mom will make 2 homemade pizzas and a case of beer. So that's the way it was in Detroit. So we had parts and everything all over the place, and that kind of launched that 64 Galaxie. Wow. Rebuilt the motor and had it for a while. And I had it all the way up until I graduated. Then I bought the first Shelby Mustang. Graduated and bought that. So, but this one here, always loved the 64s. 64 Fairlane was cool, but just love the big block, and it's fun to drive.
That's cool.
It's a fun car. Yeah, a lot of memories. Yeah, and I'm glad that we got to do the 3 brothers, 3 cars. That was pretty special.
That's life right there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I don't know
sweet.
if I ever told you it. We had a 64 Galaxie 500 when I was in high school.
Yeah?
No, actually, I was probably in grade school. And my brother, every Saturday, my parents would, the family, we would load the trunk up with our trash cans. And we'd go to the dump with them, just on the edge of town. And my brother turned into the dump, but didn't straighten out the wheel coming back around, and ran right into the great big fence pole, about yay big around, bigger than a telephone pole.
Whoa.
And just did a number on it. I don't remember seeing that car around after that.
Well, that's like 4,000 pounds of steel.
Yeah.
In these two, so. Well, these cars, to change a tire, they had a bumper jack. The bump, you jacked up the bumper. That's how strong the cars were. Now everything's underneath, raised by the frame.
Right.
But in the day. You just hooked it underneath the bumper and jacked him up.
So true.
It's pretty unsafe. I don't know how many times they fell over. You know, that one little rod, that pole. I had my next door neighbor, he ended up buying my Galaxie and was changing a tire and the jack fell over and broke his leg.
Oh
Car
my
fell over, hit his
gosh.
leg, broke his leg.
Ouch.
So it's probably good that that whole bumper changing thing went away. They were
Wow.
pretty unsafe. Well, it's gorgeous, Cameron.
Thank you.
It's amazing. So,
That was a good opportunity
Yeah.
for him.
and you know I won't tell
It's a good
anybody that
project.
you did this work, right?
Yeah, don't tell me.
No, I'm sure the word won't get out.
I usually park pretty close to Jim. He won best to paint
Yeah.
at the last show we went to a couple ago in the summer.
Yeah.
And that was a
good.
happy day. Man, for you to win that award, that was pretty special.
Yeah, everybody always commented about the paint. The paint. You got a great paint job on that car. Well,
Show me the trophy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Finally
Right?
got it.
Yeah.
Talk is cheap. I want the
that
goods.
actually- that
I want
was-
the 1995 trophy.
What was that? A pecan?
I think it might have been a pecan.
At the
Or was it at the Baptist church on 51?
You're right. I think it was at the church.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I had
Yeah.
some stiff competition there too with that Roadrunner. Right, that one.
Yeah.
Big one.
Yeah, he won something with that one, didn't he?
I don't
Oh,
know.
no, that was a truck. that
He's getting
won.
some work done on it, and I'm like, ugh. They're like cutting. He had some rust under there, and they're like cutting a chunk out, and they're going to weld it back on.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's pretty good. You won that one.
Yeah,
There was a lot of cars
there
there.
was quite a few cars there.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
That's good.
Yeah, that was a happy day. You know,
Yeah.
for Jim, it was just a happy day. And we had a
And
lot
Mark-
of club
Mark-
members there, boy. We were rallying.
Yeah.
Mark got something too that day.
And the other church on, gosh, is that even 51? There's a Granbury Baptist, and then there's First Baptist. So Mark won with his white convertible 70 Mustang, the one that still needs to get buffed out.
Okay.
I'll tell Mark, don't let him touch
Yeah,
it.
bring it here.
Don't let him touch it. Same
I'll
guy
be glad
painted
to.
that
Yeah.
car. And he keeps telling Mark, bring it back. I'm gonna buff it out one more time. And I looked when we were putting it together. Man, compound everywhere, and
Yeah, it's going to be a process to get all that out. We got a lot out, but what do you think? We put like just 3 hours, 4 hours just
Not
into like
more,
trying
yeah.
to get compound out of the cracks and stuff.
Wow.
'Cause, like you can only pressure wash it so much on
Yeah.
these old cars before you're
Yeah.
like, am I tearing stuff up? You
well,
know?
yeah. The thing on these, there's so many
Watch
hiding
the paint
places.
chip off.
Yeah.
Right?
So many new
Everything.
seals and
Yeah.
stuff.
The compound's got plenty of hiding places. No doubt.
Yeah.
We got a lot of it though.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can remember we said, Mark, you're going to win a trophy. We had those little dots. They put dots on our headlights. And he goes, what's that? And I said, you want a trophy? No, I'm not. I never win anything. And that was our club won like, I don't know how many trophies that day, 12 or 15 trophies out of that
You
whole
know,
show.
Cliff and Terry got a dot put on their Chevelle, but they
Yeah.
didn't win nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder if it was like runner up or like to vote on. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
So we kind of cleaned house in that little show.
Yeah, every place got a little bit different process.
Yeah.
Well, like the firemen came through and voted. That was at the Baptist church.
Was that yeah,
that
it
was
might
the
have been.
Baptist church.
Might have been, yeah.
Keep them running is where we won them all.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Baptist church had all the firefighters come and judge the cars,
Mm-hmm.
but they all were walking together talking about everything, you know? It's like,
It was real independent.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was no
Let them figure out what they like on their own.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes the cars I like are like those Frankenstein ugly looking ones, and I'm like, man, that's pretty cool, you know?
Yeah.
The rust buckets and stuff, where I'm like, man, I don't know what this is, Mad Max, you know?
Oh,
Those weird ones.
yeah.
Thanks for your story, Tom.
Yeah,
Thanks for doing the video.
Oh,
with
yeah,
us.
sure. Sure. This definitely exceeds my expectations, Cameron. You really
Awesome.
outdid yourself on this one. I was just hoping that it would be halfway better than it was. And if you could have got it back to the way it was before he even painted it,
Yeah.
you know. So,
Yeah, it's super wet looking now, you know.
yeah.
It's just that time and
One last
Yeah,
go
no,
round.
I'll
Look at
probably
that.
just scratch it all up.
Look at that
Keep it clean,
reflection.
right? Swirl it all back out.
Golly. Now it looks like a real Galaxie.
Man, it's gorgeous. Yeah, I didn't think that black paint had it in it.
why don't you start getting because the way you get the gloss from is how it refracts light. So you know, like the smoother you can get it, like a real like fine microscopic